So I just found out I didn't just find out, I found out this morning. There's a device called an EMP jammer that is in almost tons of movies, but I didn't know it was real. It's in tons of cartoons too. I would see it as a kid when I was younger, and you probably have too, where an explosion happens and all electronic things just die. There's a wave, and then all the electronics are like, there's a giant power outage. That exists, and you can buy it. It's called an EMP. I bought one, but for the sake of my sanity and safety, I'm not going to use it. And that means I am not going to use it. So if I get in trouble in some way, in this video, I am saying I am not going to use it because it is legal to buy one and own one, but it is illegal to use one as a civilian, because that makes complete sense, right? But I'm not going to use the one I just bought. So let me explain it. You can build these at home with a camera, taking the vibrator part out of the camera. Um, Depending on how many you have or the voltage, um, apparently you can make it out of a taser. You can open up a taser and use the circuit board of a taser and the voltage of the taser. How strong it is determines how wide the jamming will go. How, like if you walk into a building, you'll have to hold it up to the light to make the light disable or overpower. If it's stronger, you can just walk in the room and everyone's phones will die. The power will die, everything will die. Not that I'm gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it. Definitely not. No. No. Why would I do that? No. Also, if you want a good one, you gotta pay like $200 because a camera one, making one out of a camera, is not gonna do shit. It's gonna do a little bit. Also, you can, depending on the one you buy, and if you know how to use it, which I don't know how to use one. I'm trying to learn. Not that I'm going to use the one I'm buying, but I'm just trying to learn for educational purposes. Uh, um, yeah, a crappy little camera one that you make out of a camera won't do anything because you have to hold it up to something you want to break or turn on. It can turn a light bulb on with the light bulb being connected to nothing. It's just you sending current outward. This works on slot machines at casinos. Just figured that out today. You put it up to either the coin part or where it gives uh, change, and there's like no information about this on the internet. Either people are too afraid to post things about this or it's super secret. The government has a giant one of these that deflects because apparently other countries use EMP attacks to shut off entire cities of electricity. It's amazing. When I found out about this, I'm like, oh, but I'm not going to use it. See, I winked with both of my eyes. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm just hyped up about getting one. And the thing is, I'm going to only use it for educational purposes. God, I'm weird. But I like being weird. So I watched this thing tonight called Spirit Science on YouTube, and it was like an hour long, and it was fucking weird. Um, but it was interesting, but it was weird as shit. Uh, Two people having sex spiritually, which brought a spirit from the spirit world and created Jesus. Yeah, people actually think that happened. So yeah, I'm not going to explain all of that video, but that video actually has 2 million views. The one that I just explained. You can literally back to EMP jamming. Some things to go over with that I looked up for no apparent reasoning. You can't do it to a car. It won't malfunction a car because it's not strong enough. But one that is strong enough can malfunction a car if it's strong enough. The one I got that's $200, not strong enough. And it's a 36 watt. And you can probably get one stronger, but I couldn't find any that were stronger on eBay. They're pretty relatively small, but the one the government has is much bigger. Trust me, and may I warn you, if you, not me, you are gonna buy one of these, and you're gonna go up to a power line or a what are those called? Uh, the power antenna things that are connected to the power lines to shut off an entire town's electricity. Don't stay in the same spot for too long. I found out about this. Certain people have tried to do this, tried to turn off certain places, and they track you. If you do that, if you stay in the same spot, they will track you and find you. So if you are planning on doing something stupid with an EMP jammer, do it fast, just to test it out. Go away and do it somewhere else. Uh, because the federal government doesn't take kindly to EMP attacks. EMF is electromagnetic frequency. EMP is electromagnetic pulse. And you can buy an EMP gun so you can directly shoot it at certain things. But I prefer to have the wide range for no certain reason. I make these videos so other people can see them and know about things like this that exist in the world. Believe it or not, these jammers aren't hard to make. You just need batteries, strong batteries. Um, a a freak the thing you get out of the camera. What's it called? I said that in the beginning of the video. You need a circuit board. It's not like a ton of things, but it's not going to be strong. You need to know your shit if you're going to do this. Also, if you're going to plan on opening a camera, a throwaway camera, the ones you press down, do not touch the circuit board unless you are wearing gloves, because it will shock you and you will fall over. I learned that the hard way when I was trying to make a taser one time before, a long time ago, out of a throwaway camera. Yes, you can make a taser out of a throwaway camera, but don't touch the board. Don't touch the circuit board. You will get shocked and you will pass out for a few seconds. Um, What else? What else? Um, they sell certain ones that can jam um, everything all together. They have ones that have certain buttons on it that you can just switch individually. Wi-Fi, power, 3G. So you can just shut someone's cell phone off when you're right next to them on the bus if you're a dick. Yes, these things exist, and I want to make them local. Why? Because I feel that the world is losing. What's a good way to put this? Losing intelligence. We're losing us. We don't have much of us anymore. People are getting dumber, and that's a fact. We're not getting smarter, we're getting dumber. So all I try to do in my YouTube videos is tell people what exists. And yeah, EMP jammers have existed since the 60s. I didn't know that. That's There's literally no YouTube videos on this. If you go online and look up EMP jammer, it will just show you a few videos on how to make one, a crappy one. But it doesn't show you advanced things. It doesn't show you good things. You pretty much just have to learn from the crappy video and then do the rest on your own. Learn on your own. It's it's unique, interesting technology that the public knows nothing about. So I'm telling the public about it. I want people to spread the word. If the government can have something, why can't the public have it? Ask that question. We already have lasers that can burn through paper. They can burn through wood. Go on eBay. They sell them. They sell lasers that can burn through wood. Not very fast, but they can. They can start a fire. I teach you so much. So much. So, I decided in my book of many, many things, this, which I drew, I decided to start writing in Latin because whenever someone wants to see my art, they're like, "Oh, let me read it," and I'm like, "No, don't read it, don't read it, don't read it," because I write some personal shit in there, and I want people to be able to read my art, but I don't want them to understand it. So I started putting everything in Latin. But if you can understand Latin, well, shit. Oh well. That symbol you saw was from the video I watched. I just thought it looked cool. They had the belief that, and I kind of believe this, everyone has, there used to be in Egyptian times, before Egyptian times, um, 3 layers around a person. Layer 1, level 1, level 2, level 3, and we're in level 2. We used to be because there was a blackout in human history when the earth moved and everyone lost their memories, and then Egyptians showed up, and then we were in level 2 because everyone could, and there was like an organization that taught the Egyptians everything because they hid underground. Oh my god, it's just retarded if you re-say it backward. But the stuff about having an electric field around your body, yeah, that makes sense because scientists have proven that you do have an electromagnetic field around your body. And when too much radiation interacts with that, you get cancer because you're messing with your magnetic field. Um, in that weird video that I watched, he also said the voice was also talking. He was an animation with a voice. Um, he also brought up how our generation is coming back to the third level of having being conscious again, spiritually conscious. And if that happens somehow, I wouldn't think it's going to happen for many years. Um, they also said that once we reach our higher selves, we're going to be like 50 feet tall. And I'm like, religion is so goofy. And then after I heard that part, I'm like, maybe I should just take a lot of fucking acid and then just write my own Bible and just see what happens. Get it published and see who reads it and be like, okay, I mean, if Hitler could do it, why can't I? And Hitler did make a Bible, by the way. If you didn't know that, I love educating people. After he got injured in the war, he came back from the war and well, actually, he wrote the book before, pretty sure. It just became popular when he got back because he started distributing it to the people and made it like kids were reading it in school. It was a mandatory book for kids to read in school, that this is the way to think. And that's what kind of led to World War II, well, the Nazi camps. His way of thinking that Jewish people are bad and terrible. We're not bad. I'm like 25% Jewish. I have little Jew in me, little amount of Jew, not much Jew. So I can make Jewish jokes legally. I knew a Jewish girl in my junior high, and she was really cute. And then I looked at her like this year, she was really ugly. Sorry, that's mean. I did have Jewish friends growing up. This is off topic. Anyways, what else can I teach you in the last few seconds? No, that's about it. Uh, Continue doing your own research on EMP jammers if you want to. I'm just wondering how they interact with your body's frequency. That's what I want to know. I'm wondering that because it emits a microwave kind of frequency, and microwave frequency gives you cancer. So wouldn't using that give you lots of cancer? I'm just wondering. And when the big EMP bomb went off in the 60s or the 70s, I can't remember, forgot, it did a lot of damage to a lot of people in, where was it? It was in an Asian country. Um, so using little amounts of it each day, that would probably be bad for you, for me. But I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. Look with this haircut. I could join the military, but I can't because my feet are fucked up. Yeah. Bye. And if you didn't know, everyone, check out your rising sign and your moon sign. That's about it. I am an Aquarius, Leo, Gemini.